This is Tacoma, Washington, known for its striking view of Mount Rainier, its bustling port, and it's becoming one of the most livable cities in the Pacific Northwest. As more and more people move here, drawn by its affordable housing, dynamic job market, and its outdoor beauty, Tacoma is becoming a top destination for families, professionals, and retirees alike.
So today we're going to explore why so many new residents are moving here, what to expect when you get here, and why this could be one of the best decisions or worst decisions that you make in your next move.
Washington's population has been on the rise for several years, and with its affordability compared to Seattle's, more people are discovering why now is the perfect time to move to Tacoma. So whether you're moving from out of the state or just from around the corner, you're going to find all the information you need today here in this video.
Now, Tacoma is the third largest city in Washington state, with, in Pierce County, around 1 million people. Now, you include Seattle, Bellevue area, and parts of King County, you're well over 4 million people. And that's why we need you to move here, so we can have a better Mariners team, because we need more people. That's really just a side note. Now, Tacoma's strategic position in Puget Sound makes the port of Tacoma a very busy and bustling. Matter of fact, it's one of the busiest ports in the United States.
Now, Tacoma has a rich history dating back to the early 19th century. In fact, we're standing here in front of the History Museum. Back in the early 19th century, it became known as the City of Destiny because it was chosen as the westernmost terminus of the Pacific Railroad. That decision helped solidify Tacoma as a key industrial and economic area in the region. Over the years, Tacoma has diversified and continued with its industrial roots, but has expanded and is known for its arts and cultural scene. Tacoma is known for its historic buildings, its beautiful museums. In fact, whether you're visiting the Art Museum or the History Museum or the Glass Museum, you're going to be in for a treat.
Tacoma is known for its diverse neighborhoods, from the up-and-coming Lincoln District to the North End. A lot of wonderful places that people are discovering and love to live.
Let's dive into Tacoma's economy, which is one of the key factors in Tacoma's growth. Tacoma's economy has evolved over the years, and now Tacoma's economy is a diverse range of opportunity for people from healthcare to economics to industrial to tech. Tacoma is no longer just a port city, but it's a hub for creativity, innovation, and growth.
Two of Tacoma's major employers are in the health industry, which is Franciscan Health System and Multicare Health System, that provides thousands of jobs in healthcare clinics and hospital settings. So this makes it an attractive destination for well-paying jobs in the medical field and services.
Another key industry here is the University of Washington Extension Campus, which is right here in the Museum District, and is a beautiful campus offering tons of well-paying jobs for those who are connected to the educational system.
The Port of Tacoma obviously plays a major part in the economic development of the region as well, having hundreds of jobs in logistics, transportation, and related fields. And because it's one of the largest ports in the United States, it obviously has so much cargo moving through here that just continually increases the opportunities for people moving to the region.
The tech industry is growing here, and although not as large as Seattle, because of the affordability here, it is growing quite rapidly.
And over the recent years, there's been a 20% expansion in job growth, and over the next 5 years, there's projected to be another 5% growth in the area. So it's not one that is already done, it's actually continually to move forward, providing opportunities for people. Well, speaking of the economy, one of the real main reasons people are moving into the Tacoma area is because of its affordability, especially when we're comparing it to like neighboring cities like Seattle. So the skyrocketing prices of Seattle is pretty well known, and prices have been going up in Tacoma as well. However, it is far more affordable to live in Tacoma than it is Seattle, mainly because the average price point is around $530,000, $540,000 in Tacoma, and you're comparing that to Seattle, where it's like nearly $1 million across the board. So it is one of those wonderful things about Tacoma is the affordability.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the affordability is fantastic. As you can see, we're in a beautiful neighborhood. So you're not going to get one of these houses for $530,000. In fact, this neighborhood and a lot of the other North End neighborhoods like Ruston and Proctor and Stadium District, those are definitely going to be more in the $600,000 to $1 million price range. But compared to Seattle, if you were to buy one of these houses there, it's much more affordable.
Absolutely. So the more affordable areas in Tacoma are going to be the south side, the Lincoln, the east side. You're going to find prices between the $350,000 to $450,000. So if that's what you're looking for within your budget, you're going to have some wonderful options. And then obviously we're in an area that's far more expensive than that.
Right. So if you'd like to be in new construction, then you're going to be most likely in this area of town. A lot of the construction that's happening here, though, is more in high rises and condos. and you get a lot of wonderful views in this area. So the options are varied. Of course, you've got $500,000 to $1 million, but you're going to find a lot of great properties at that price if you're looking for new construction.
Now, for those that are not ready to buy, or you're looking to just move up here and get a lay of the land, the average one-bedroom apartment in Tacoma is going to be about $1,700, and the average two-bedroom is about $2,200. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a price range of what to expect when you're moving into the area and if you're not ready to buy yet.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're thinking that you'd like some really affordable rentals, then you're going to be in that same area of Tacoma that we talked about, the East Side, Lincoln District, South Tacoma. But it is competitive there because, of course, people are always looking for affordable housing. So if that's you, then just be aware of that. You may have a little challenge, but I'm sure you'll be able to get into something. Tacoma's housing market still faces challenges, especially with affordability, but it is cheaper than Seattle, and with the proximity to Seattle, it's a very good option. Like any city, Tacoma has ups and downs. Of course, you have a beautiful city to live in. We're here at Point Ruston. As you can see around us, it's just gorgeous. But there's always some challenges to any city.
Challenges mainly in our area is that it's going to rain about 40 inches a year. So you got to get used to that gray sky and the gray because it is real. And it's basically real from October through spring. So if you can adjust to that, you'll adjust to the major problems. And also in that, gray, rainy season, it's about 40 degrees. So once you get over that challenge, you got the summers. And it's mid-70s all the way into late fall like you're experiencing now. So the challenge has its upside, but only for a while.
While job opportunities are still growing, Tacoma doesn't have the same level of economic diversity or job opportunity as, say, Seattle or Bellevue does. This can be a downside to people who are industries that are more developed in other parts of the state, for sure.
On the other hand, Tacoma does offer a little bit more relaxed and affordable pace than, for example, in Seattle, where it's much more expensive and a little bit more tightly packed. So if you're wanting some urban amenities and a little bit more laid back, then Tacoma might be a really great place for you. One of the great parts about living in Tacoma is you're always close to outdoor living. Whether you want to go up into Mount Rainier or just enjoy Puget Sound or enjoy a place that we're actually in, which is Point Defiance, recreational activities are always near and close by.
And if you are a mountain lover, you have a great opportunity. As Joe said, you've got Mount Rainier, which is fantastic for hiking and exploring. You also got Crystal Mountain, which is really close. So if you're into winter sports and skiing and snowboarding and snowshoeing, that's a perfect place for you as well.
Absolutely. Now, I mentioned Point Defiance. We're actually at the park, and there's 760 acres of beaches or trails or just scenic beauty that we're standing in the middle of. So it's a wonderful place to be at for sure.
It's actually the second largest urban natural area in all of the country, second only to Central Park in New York. So it's pretty incredible. You can spend more than a day here, all kinds of days here. You can go to the zoo, the aquarium, obviously there's beautiful parks, there's gardens, everything is enjoyable. And of course, this isn't the only park in Tacoma. There are some other beautiful parks, one of which is Wright Park, which isn't too far from here, and it has an arboretum, just amazing and gorgeous.
All right, so if you're thinking to yourself, my life's too much of a zoo already, I'm ready to get out of this place, well, close by is Ruston Way. It's a 2-mile promenade along the waterfront for you to be able to walk and go for strolls and just really have a nice, enjoyable day.
So when you're done walking, you can head right over to Point Ruston, which is right along the trail. There's a ton of great restaurants there and shops and have a really great time. It's a wonderful place to spend the day outdoors. Tacoma is more than just a city filled with great outdoor recreation. It's also filled with culture, art, and music. In fact, we're standing in front of the Glassblowing Museum, and in this district, you've got Glassblowing Museum, Tacoma Arts Museum, the History Museum, and very close by, you have a beautiful car museum. These museums offer a wide variety of exhibits, from modern art to glassblowing to history.
Now, the theater district has a couple great hot spots, one of them being Pantages and the other Rialto Theater. So you've got lots of dancing, you've got music, you've got performing arts. So if you're into those type of things, you've got some great opportunities to enjoy that here in Tacoma.
Tacoma's neighborhoods are filled with unique culture, from the historic tree-lined streets of the North End to the eclectic Lincoln District. There is a neighborhood that's going to feel like home for everyone.
Tacoma is known for a strong sense of community and hosts lots of festivals throughout the year. Tacoma Film Festival being one of them. Then there's the Ethnic Festival, which has lots of food and great culture to experience, to get to know, as well as you have the Broadway Farmers Market that has lots of food, lots of live music, and farm-to-table food for you to take home and enjoy.
Tacoma's microbrew scene is one of the best in the region, so if you are like this guy and you love your microbrew scene, you're going to want to check out a few of these places.
3 of my favorite are 7 Seas, Wingman, and Tacoma Brewing Company.
So with all these craft beers, it makes Tacoma a destination spot for breweries. At the end of the day, Tacoma is a great place to build a life. Whether you're starting a career, raising a family, or retiring, this city has a lot to offer. So if you're community-minded and ready to embrace all that Tacoma has to offer, this could be the very place for you.
So if you're thinking about moving to Tacoma or any area in South Puget Sound, we help families just like you every week who are making that big decision of moving to our region. We'd love to connect with you. Go ahead and reach out to us on the number below, either by call or by text, and we'd be more than happy to help you in the process.
And if you've enjoyed this video, keep watching and click to subscribe.